Welcome to Yoga Zone. My name is Charles Madkin. Joining me here today is Lisa Bennett, my favorite yoga teacher. We're here at the Grand Lido San Souci in beautiful Jamaica. In your practice today, I want you to really focus on working hard, but not putting a pressure on yourself to be perfect. In yoga, these two qualities are called abhyasa and vairagya. Willful determination, but non-concern for results. Let's begin. Come kneeling, and we'll start with the breath. Clasp your hands behind your back. Exhale all the air out of your body. Inhale, your arms rising out and up, palms up to touch, and exhale, bring your arms back down to your side. Again, inhaling, don't just move, breathe your arms up, and exhale, breathe your arms back down. Let's add on a little. Inhale, rising to your knees, palms up to touch, and exhale, folding back down to your shins. Inhaling again. We'll get a little crazier here. Exhale, bend forward in the middle, come right with your forehead to the floor. Inhale like a bird, soaring up, palms to touch. That's it. Exhale, gliding down to the floor. Inhaling again. Let your breath fill you with air. Exhale, empty all that air out of your body. Inhaling again, rising up, palms to touch. Exhale, folding down to the floor. One more time, rising. Soften your face. Exhale, gliding to the floor. Pausing here for a second. Bring your hands out in front of you on your thighs, and we'll loosen up the spine. Inhale, arching your back like a cat. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhaling again, arching, open your shoulders. Exhale, rounding and closing. One more time, arching and rounding. Come now to sit with your feet out in front of you, and we'll work on opening the hips. Bring your feet as close in as you can together, comfortable, and take your fingertips behind you. This is a hip opening pose, but first I want you to get your spine tall. Lift your lower back into your body. Exhale, start to press your heels together and open your knees to the side. This is a little tense in that area. It tends to be tense in your groin. So lift tall and relax. If you push, you'll put a pressure on yourself. So don't push. Try relaxing your knees to the floor. Eventually bring your hands out in front of you to hold your feet and try opening up your chest. Next posture, come onto your hands and knees. With your hands under your shoulders, flatten them out. Get the whole hand, the four corners of the hand on the floor. Make sure they're nice and firm. Your knees are under your hips. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Try lifting your hips up in the air to a downward facing dog. Press your hips as far away from your hands as you can. And then exhale, come back down onto your hands and knees. One little piece of alignment here. Notice your shoulders. Keep them back from your ears. If you push too hard in this pose, your shoulders will start pinching in on your neck. Keep the shoulders soft and open as you press into the shape. Notice Lisa's got space next to her ears, and her spine is reaching long up into her hips. Soften your knees at first, but once you feel strong here, start to straighten your legs, and you'll notice a stretching down the backs of them. Full breath. Now flatten your hands again. Get a good habit. Remember the shape. It's coming up later in the show. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bring your knees back down to the floor. Stepping your right foot up between your hands for a lunging posture. Hands on the front thigh. Make sure that knee is right over your heel. Exhale, everyone straighten your back leg. Feeling stable and strong. Then lift your spine a little taller and you'll feel a stretch in that back thigh. Breathing here. Inhaling, drop your knee at any time if you need to. Exhale, now the arms. Inhale the arms up, softening the shoulders down. Try straightening your arms. That means don't bend your elbows. Keep reaching up, even reach through your fingertips. We'll make it a little more challenging. Exhale your arms out to the side, extending. Don't bump your partner. Exhale, lean forward about 45 degrees with your spine. Keep reaching away from you with your back leg. And again, releasing your hands down to the floor. Step onto your hands and knees and press your heels back with your hips down. Coming up to kneel. Bring your right foot out to the side for a side lunge. Make sure that foot, the toes turned away, is in line with your front knee. Put your far hand to the knee and now tuck your tailbone down. Notice what that does to your hips. Opens up through the hips. Keep open. Exhale, start to bend the knee. You'll feel a stretch all over, so keep breathing. Inhaling. Active. Exhale, soft, surrendering. Get firm, but remember to soften. Keep breathing. Only go as far as you can without grimacing or putting pressure on yourself to be perfect. That's it. Once you get to that magic spot, things will start to let go. Coming back up and switching sides. Get stable. You guys are doing great. Exhale, bending that knee. Don't push into the tension. I know these poses hurt. So find that balance and let go. Rising back up. And let's come to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Once you're there, you can either place a padding under your hips, a pillow or a book. Open up your sit bones so your back can be tall, not rounded. Firm your thighs. Look at your thighs and engage the muscles there as you push your feet away from you. Bring your fingertips behind you. And again, lift your spine tall. Pull it right into your body. Let's change the pose to a four-legged table. Bending your knees. Keep your hands where they are, but just flatten the palms down. Your feet are hip distance apart. Don't let your knees wander. Keep them straight forward. Exhale. Inhaling, watching your knees. Stay parallel. Exhale, coming back down to the floor. Inhaling again. Focus this time on opening your chest. And exhale, back to the ground. Inhale, open your posture, open up those tight areas, and exhale, coming back down. One final time, rising up. This is the toughest one because we're going to hold it. Keep breathing. If your hips are sagging, try lifting up, firming the buttock muscles. Keep the breath fluid. Don't push too hard. Try softening as you open up into this posture. And now exhale, coming back down to the ground. Hug your knees up to your chest. And let's go for a strengthening posture. Scale. Either lower down onto your elbows or stay seated up. Open your shoulders and start to lift your feet off the floor. Balancing. Slowly rise your shins. Raise them up. That's it. If you feel trembling, that's okay. Work on the strength in your abdomen. Breathing here. Try straightening your legs a little bit more. Reaching through your legs. and lower your feet to the floor. Hug your knees up into your chest again, and a second time. Squeeze your knees this time. You can let go of your thighs. Bring your shins parallel. Keep the shoulders open. Keep a smile, even if it's a fake smile. Keep smiling. Feel the strength. Try straightening your legs a little more. Opening up. And releasing down. Hug your knees up into your chest again. All that hard work, let's do a little stretching. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Open your sit bones. And open your right knee out to the side. Set the ankle and the foot against your inner thigh. Eventually it works a little open, but don't put a pressure on yourself. The knee should be towards the floor. I want you to take your left hand beside you, slightly behind you, sitting up tall. Then reach the right hand across to the outside of your shin. Eventually you'll reach towards your foot, but if you start rounding, you're pushing into the pose. That's too much aggression. Back off a little bit. Try opening your heart. Be proud to be in this shape. Breathing here. Start to descend, round a little bit, but then again on the inhale, open up, exhale, a little deeper into the pose. Notice how the breath can help. Inhale, active. Exhale, surrendering. That's it. Rising back up out of the pose. Let's switch legs. Straighten the right leg and bend that left knee. Eventually the heel comes closer in, but it's important to keep that knee down out to the side. Take your right hand behind you. Keep that leg straight out in front of you. Help the knee work down to the floor out to the side. Then I want you to reach across with your left hand. And again, inhale as you straighten the spine, keep engaging that thigh. Breathing here. Exhale, go a little further into this pose. Inhale, active, determined. Exhale, surrender into this posture. Inhaling again. Exhaling. One more breath. And exhale. Great. Coming back up. Let's come onto our hands and knees. Again, those hands, here they are. Keep them flat on the floor. And we'll come to a plank pose. Walk your knees back, keeping your shoulders over your hands, keeping the shoulders open until you feel your abdomen get hard and strong. If your hips start drooping here, work on being aware of the length from your knees out through your shoulders. Feel that strength through your whole body, not just in your arms. Make it a little more challenging. Straighten your legs. The right leg, the left leg. This is a plank pose. Think of your body like a board. Inhale. Exhale to down dog. Lift your hips back. Keep pressing away from your hands. Inhale, a vinyasa. Coming forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Again, inhale to plank. Coming forward, watching Lisa here. She stays long. And then exhale. Keeps that spine long as she presses back. Again, inhale forward. Don't droop the hips. Exhale, pressing to down dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding this shape for a few breaths. Really get a nice stretch on the back of your legs by try pressing your heels towards the floor. And gently come back onto your hands and knees. Sit back to your heels and shake your wrists out a little bit. Come back to your hands. This is the hardest part, so get ready. Take a deep inhale with your knees on the floor, or try straightening your legs into plank again. We're going to lower to the floor in chaturanga. Bending your elbows, keeping your hands flat, lowering slowly. Keep keep the breath even, right to the floor. Bring your elbows under your shoulders, with your palms out in front of you. Try arching your back, but keep the tail working away from you. Keep your tailbone pointing towards your toes. Thighs are firm, arching your back, and exhale, lowering down to the floor. Bring your palms facing down next to you. Exhale here. Inhale, arching to a locust pose. Take a few breaths. Lift a little higher. Now lift your legs off the floor, arching your whole spine. Lift your hands off the floor. And exhale, bring your hands back under your shoulders. Bending at your hips, pressing back. Bring your heels all the way back to your sit bones. And bring your palms to face up next to your ankles with your head on the floor. Child's pose. Slowly, very gently, roll your spine back up to sit on your shins. Keep that settled state of mind and bring your feet out in front of you. Bring them together, a little further away this time for extended bound angular. This is a restorative pose, just like child's pose, that will relax into. So actually let your spine round. Bring your elbows outside your knees. And find that tight spot in your spine. Give it a little thought, a nice thought. And let it go, rounding. Let your head drop. Don't judge how far you are into this pose. Notice any tension in your mind as well. Again, rolling back up. Straighten your legs out in front of you, about hip distance apart, and come back down onto your back. Open your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing up, a little out to your sides. Begin corpse pose. Now feel the floor like you were on the beach. Turn to sand. Hear the waves crashing. Let your body sink into the floor. Feel the effects of the class in your body. We've worked hard on a balance of action and surrender. Keep that in your body, in your mind, and bring it into your life. My name's Charles Matkin. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Yoga Zone.